address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Primetime. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen in the booth. Riley Patterson on the field gets this thing going. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Black 40. 10.
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Ready up.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Set. Striker. 52 boom. Set.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll swing this out to Johnson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third down, 3 to go.
And it's third down.
Back to throw. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. The first-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On the ground, it's Johnson. And he'll get ahead for a couple as the flurries continue to fall. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 41, here's 2nd and 7.
Down. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
Every staff in the league that understands that we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Nick Scorton into double figures now. That is sack number 10 on the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
45. Watch.
He'll look to throw. The coverage right there, and it's knocked away. Incomplete. Jamel Dean that time. All over him in coverage.
Jamel Dean.
Ready. Left. 60 red.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's Lane. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. he'll set up to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards. They'll run. This is McLaughlin. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
A run now with McLaughlin. To the 20. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Green Bay. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. So from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Another run here with Johnson. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 3.
Set. Cut.
They'll go again with Johnson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Call it a gain of 13. That's a Steeler first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Come on. Set.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. It'll give him about 5 yards. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 5.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And he will score! Touchdown, Steelers. touchdown, number 19 on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession two. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
And they're on the 31-yard line.
On the ground, McLaughlin. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play. From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. Now, faking the give. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. That is brought in. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. A big gainer for Green Bay. 62 yards. 5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll throw out of the gun. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Packers. On comes Patterson for the PAT. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready. 38. Check right. Ready.
A give, and here's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Ready. Set.
On 1st down, right back to Johnson. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
A run here with Johnson. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 52 yards. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Johnson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the 1st.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Steelers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 10. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 47-yard line.
Okay, break. Reload.
A run here. It's Brockman. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment.
Ready up.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and a yard.
Let's go now. Check up.
On the carry, here's Israel Abanikanda. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
It's a gain of 2.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Throwing now on first and 10. That's complete to his running back, Israel Abanikanda. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7.
Steelers 39-yard line.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw. Rolling right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Here's third and 7.
Cup 19. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Cougar 19.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And yes, that'll get it. First down, marked at the 30. A good run will keep this drive going.
First and 10.
Set to go now on first and 10.
Set. 70. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Now they'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
Third and 2. Here we go.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk. Ready.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Packers.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
Down at the 12. It's first and 10.
18 Cardinal. Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 60. Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check out.
They'll stay on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Come on, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Viking 18. Let's go.
Now a give on the ground. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4.
Check. Buffalo 8, Cowboy 80. 19 Lion.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Packers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
Here we go.
On the handoff, it's Johnson. And tough for defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on him. Take him down after a gain of 4.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
On 2nd down, a run with Johnson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no good. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
Yellow, 22. Black shot. Ready.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is 4th down. Here's their punter now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
46-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Bison. On rock line. Alert. Steady.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play.
A gain of 2.
From a couple of yards shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Hawk 70. Warrior 70. Steady.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Back over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Abanikanda. Here comes 2nd and 4.
At the Steelers' 21-yard line.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
A run here with Abanikanda. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal.
Panther 60. Rock roll 80. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now whistles here and a penalty. Looks like somebody moved early up front. Now it is 1st and goal. Here's Abanikanda. And he will get into the end zone. Israel Abanikanda. Touchdown, Packers. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a screen set up for Johnson. The Steelers will use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Metcalf coming across the field. He's got it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Steeler first down.
First down, Steelers.
Set, hut. Ready.
He'll find his big target, Pat Freiermuth. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Let's go.
The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And he will have a first down, and they're into field goal range now at the 30.
That's good.
That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. 1st and 10.
19 Lion. Viking 18.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
2nd and 10.
Set. Panther 11. Hawk 70. 79 Broncos. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Brings up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This will be from 47 yards. Patterson's kick is good. And the Packers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And tough for the defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on it. Taken down after a gain of 4. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. A run now with McLaughlin. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, McLaughlin. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Okay, ready?
This is McLaughlin. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 36-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
Unlock line. Unlock line.
On the ground, McLaughlin. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. Will give him about 5 yards.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
They'll stick with him again. With good blocking leading the way. He's got the first down inside the 25.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Right back to him on first down. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Set. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's McLaughlin. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 7-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5.
Roll.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will extend their lead.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll come across the 20 and take him down at the 21-yard line. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard. From the 23, here's second and 8. Here we go. Back to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands...
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. To throw here to begin the drop. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent. But here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off there with their first sack of the day.
And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 14.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 70. 79 Broncos. Get up.
Throwing now from the gun. This is intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Here we go. Ready.
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
And the Steeler first down.
Ready.
They'll go again with Johnson. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Ready.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They're down and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. He'll swing this out to Johnson. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Let's go. 52 blue.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Ron Payne there for the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6.
Red hunt.
He'll look to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Let's go now. Red 38. Set.
This one grabbed by Nacua. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard
19
line.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. That's good.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll work this out wide from the blocker. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
It's now 2nd and 6.
So we are through
at the
3.
20-yard line.
And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 20, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
We see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Packers.
10 at the 33-yard
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Hey, Cowboy 80.
A run here. It's McLaughlin. This field pretty slick now. That pickup only about 3 yards. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Here's a screen from McLaughlin. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Ready up.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Come on, set. Panther 60, Panther 60. Buffalo 18. Panther 11, Panther 11. Trap 60, trap 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Let's go. Ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran it.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger.
He's going to have a lot better moments than this one, Mike. You just can't force that throw, not at this level. It's going to cost you more times than not. This young rookie, hopefully this is one that he can learn from and not continue to repeat.
Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
Right back to the air following that pick 6. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick 1st down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Puka. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. 3rd and and 2. Here we go.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
It's a gain of 6. And the Steeler first down.
They'll look to throw yet again. A pass taken in by Johnson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 14 on that hookup. That's a Steeler first down.
On the set. Here we go. Set. Set.
Back to the air one more time. That one brought in by Nakua. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
19-yard line.
Ready. Ready.
Now a handoff, running right. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal coming up. He takes this down to about the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Set. Huh?
Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
Cheetah.
Ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
On the double. Go! 19.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get ahead for a couple as the flurries continue to fall.
Tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7.
Here we go. Set.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
2-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 5.
Third and 5.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Set. 18. Pioneer.
Out of the gun. He'll throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 17 yards. The gain there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A 2-yard pickup brings up.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
Come on. Set. 70 Lions. Warrior 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 tight, 19 tight. Trap 60, Mustang 19. Steady, ready?
They'll throw out of the gun. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
Go! Let's go!
That'll give up the middle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take him down for a loss.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
79 Brooks. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Take over.
Off play action. Micah Parsons. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
14 on the pickup. 1st down, Packers.
At the 12-yard line.
Come on, set. Cowboy 80.
So, it's a win for the Packers.